Okay, so today we're going to look at being able to layer instruction and layer standards by grade levels for struggling students. So, one of the issues we see with a lot of math kids is that there's something missing that they didn't get or master from a lower grade level, and that's hindering their ability to be successful at their current grade level. Or it's making it impossible for us to reach that grade level standard because we feel like there's so much stuff we have to make up for. And so, one way is to layer it using kind of a multifaceted approach to where we are hitting on those lower level standards, but we're not getting stuck at the lower levels. That we're working to bring them up towards their grade level standards so that we can work on mastery of those as well. And so we're going to look at kind of a schedule that has worked for several students, several struggling math students to help kind of bring them up. So for this particular student, we met as a one-on-one meeting on, let's say, Thursdays each week. And in that one-on-one meeting, I wanted to address the things that they have already gone over. So I wanted to make sure that they were hitting those lower level standards or lower grade level standards earlier in the week so that whenever I meet with them on Thursday, then we're hitting the actual grade level standards to prepare them to be ready to take a Study Island Blue Ribbon test at their grade level on Friday. And so let's say, for instance, this is a fifth grader, and we're going to be looking at division. And the grade level standard that I need them to be able to work on is to do multi-digit division. And I just don't feel like they're ready for that. They've scored low in MAP, and this is one of those areas that they just struggle in. So what I'm going to do is for this student, I'm going to look at using Khan Academy, but using it in a little bit different way than what we've talked about. So I'm looking at, I have my students, all my fifth graders enrolled in a particular class, but I have this one student and he's the only one that's not ready for those grade level standards. And so I'm going to assign him work this week that is a little bit lower, working up towards that fifth grade content. Now, in Khan Academy, as with most curriculums, they're not always aligned the way we align things. And so in this case, the division stuff I need him to be able to do, doing multi-digit division and remainders, is actually a fourth grade skill, and he's not ready for that. I'm actually going to bump this icon down to third grade instead, and I'm looking at multiplication and division as well. But in this case, I'm going to start with the division intro and then talk about division facts and even doing one digit multiplication and division. I'm going to work with him on those things early in the week so that later in the week, then I can take that forward with that multi-digit division. So the way that I'm going to do that is first by finding what it is that I need. In this case, it's a third grade skill. Now, the beauty of Khan Academy is that when he gets it on his end, when he logs into his Khan Academy classroom, it doesn't say it's a third grade skill. It doesn't say it's a fourth grade skill. So he never knows that he's working on a lower level skill. He doesn't need to know that that's not grade level. So if you'll click on the arrow next to it, it will show you what all is in it. If you click the first large square out to the right, that will auto select all of the things that are in that. In this case, you're looking at one video. The little play symbol means a video. That's about the idea of division. An article about introduction to division, and then two exercises, one that's the meaning of division and one that's dividing with visuals. In those exercises, it will allow them to do a little bit of independent work as well, but it will offer them helps, tips, and then an additional video if they need it. So I'll go ahead and assign all of those. And then I'm going to look at division facts as well. And it's looking at dividing by all of these numbers following with basic division. So I'll choose all of those as well. Those would be great exercises for this kiddo to do, kind of work up towards that division that I'm looking for. So up at the top, I'm going to click the blue assign. It shows I've picked 15 tasks for him to do. You can choose to assign it to all of your students or just one or two students, however you want. In this case, I'm just going to choose all of them. And then I'm going to pick a due date. And let's say this is for next week. So let's say I'm going to put that as a due date on Thursday because I'm going to meet with them on Thursday. So I may even make that Wednesday at midnight. So that whenever they come to meeting, I know they've done these things. We'll sign those 15 things. Now, as I look at coming forward, if you look at my schedule for the week, I have them working 2 days in Khan Academy and then 1 day in their core curriculum before our one-on-one meeting. And in the one-on-one meeting, we'll work in the core curriculum too. But 1 day where they're doing a little bit of the prep work really for that meeting. So the 2 days of Khan Academy have addressed really third and fourth grade skills before they ever get ready for that fifth grade skill that they're going to need. So they're going to work in their core curriculum on that multi-digit division so that when they come to our meeting on Thursday, we can work on that together as well. And I can see if there's any areas they're still struggling in. Remember that back in Khan Academy, you can go back up to the grade level and look at that multi-digit division, and you can even do some of those together. Even if you don't choose to watch the videos, you can always do the exercises together. So when you go to that exercise, this shows you the student view. It gives you some to do together. And let's say you get the wrong answer. You can do it in student view. When you get the wrong answer, it'll say, hey, do you need help? Or here's a tip, or here's what we need to do. And so that's a great way to really get those conversations started. It gives you kind of an unlimited supply of questions to help really work one-on-one with them. So that then after our meeting on Thursday, I'm ready to send that kiddo off to do a study island blue ribbon test. And maybe it's not even in fifth grade yet. Maybe it's the fourth grade division blue ribbon test before I'm ready for them to do a little bit more work on multi-digit division, since that's a pretty big topic, and then send them on their way once again with that truly grade level content.